Get it. It's always an uphill battle with ranked. All right, stream is
Yeah.
started.
Like typically I have a very pleasant experience at the start of the act. This one has been quite the exception. But
It happens.
that's okay. Yeah.
The delayed response to the good games we were getting before.
Yeah, yeah, actually.
Probably what it all evens out at some point.
Right.
Just disabling YouTube chat and then we'll be good to go.
That's okay.
I shouldn't have to manually turn off YouTube chat every time, but
Yeah, that is annoying.
it is what it is. Okay. Now all the technical stuff is away. We can hop into it. So starting point for session 2, typically, I always like to kind of recap how the week went. So maybe first, going back to one of the key takeaways we kind of outlined, the theme of this week was adaptability and variety. So in defense, trying to play some more positions on the map, and then also not really forcing ourselves to fail. And then attack, trying to focus a bit more on post plants. How did it kind of go from your point of view? Maybe some things that went well, some things that didn't go well. Just kind of catch me up to date with your experience.
Yeah, yeah, totally. So yeah, I was definitely focusing on these points, obviously, because that's the main takeaways we were getting. And it's easier on some maps than others for me currently. Like on Haven, I find myself still being the A main player a lot, and I'm trying to be in different places still. But even then, like I'm just so hardwired with how I've been using my utility to kind of be on the extremities like that. I think I found the most success on I revisited Pearl, and this was something that I think I was being the most experimental with. I was playing a lot of like just a site anchor, like dugout with that eye, and just playing for like like the church spam or the bomb spam, and that was getting value, but it didn't feel like then like it just felt like we had no mid control whatsoever, and that was irking some of the people I was playing with, and I was like, yeah, but like I kill two when they come to the site, so
Right.
um it's definitely easier on some maps, and it still definitely needs to be a focus of mine. And like it's hard, especially like on a map like Icebox, and we'll see that today in today's VOD, where it's just like it feels like the enemy's gonna slam A every round on defense. So I'm A. And like I like it depends on like what my Sentinel is, I guess, for Icebox, especially because there will be plenty of times where I'll play mid, or like if their Viper is playing Viper correctly and they're lurking a lot, I will also be mid, but I didn't feel like I needed to be there recently, so it's just been a lot of A, and then like I don't the Sova util doesn't feel as nearly as strong playing B on that map, so it really just kind of depends on the map. For like Lotus, I mean it's either like I fight a main or I play Odin and Tree. Like
Right.
those are kind of like the two extents of what I do, because I mean I could play the like B fast rotate style as well, but I haven't gotten a chance to do a lot of that.
Okay. It definitely is different per map. And that's good that you're kind of finding this out on your own. I think that, like you're kind of saying, playing Sova on B on Icebox doesn't really make sense in terms of like the agent strengths. You would really only make that adaptation if you feel like your B hold is really bad, or you just had like a really strong gut feeling that they were going to go B. Similarly, how you're playing more A on Icebox. So that's definitely a different, I guess, percentage to consider for each map. Um, but in terms of the maps that it is good to kind of lean on that a little bit. Um, like Haven's a good one. My cat's just starting to jump up today. Haven's a good one, obviously. I think Ascent, you can get some value from playing a bit more central, even though it's very common for the Sova to play
Yeah,
on B. Um,
Ascent is probably the map I've had the most success with being like in different places. I've played a lot more A. I've played a lot more just like almost towards spawn
mhm,
almost.
mhm.
Especially now that the wall bang isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're gonna see a lot more Sova floaters on that map, and which for good reason. I think the A flood is really good. So yeah, that's good that we're kind of getting some reps in it. Obviously, I looked at one of your Haven games yesterday, so kind of just updating context for chat. Where we're moving in the right direction in some parts of our gameplay. Obviously, we reviewed Sova Haven in the first week. Taking a look at it yesterday, we still have some tendencies from before, like you're kind of pointing out here. So my suggestion for that was kind of just going all in on the one playstyle and kind of get some reps on it. And of course, we still have to see how that kind of pans out in the next couple of days. But I think that could be an interesting change to see us play fast rotate every round on Haven. But we'll definitely have to see how it gets defined on Icebox. So let's kind of hop into that. Chat is asking what rank we are. Currently, the new act is a little bit rough. It's okay. We're currently at Diamond 1, so easy peasy. But let's actually hop into this Icebox game and let me load into the game. Hopefully not crashing. I find that playing sub on Icebox is a difficult struggle sometimes. Playing bomb plant a lot. Playing retake pretty frequently. The post plant, you're not really in good spots. This is probably one of the hardest maps to play a good Sova on. And at the same time, you can play a very straightforward approach. It's just you have to do the basics really well.
Right.
So we'll see how this comes in. It could just be that your flavor of Sova is a little bit different than what I'm used to. I remember watching Zekken play this map on Sova ages ago, and his Sova was so much different than mine. He would just go belt and take fights. I was like, nice.
That's kind of what I do. I find the belt fights to be very comfortable for me.
That's good. Good fights for attackers. Okay, let me check if my Epic Pen's working. Perfect. Hop into this. Dude. Okay, we got a little lineup. Or is this just a yeet dart?
No, I'm just hucking it in against the wall.
Gotcha.
Revealing area.
Sec. Past A dart. We do have the spike. Okay. Belt. Bombing positions here. Good kill. Okay, so it looks like we aren't doing the Deddy peaks here. My question is that simply because I dart scan too?
Yeah, actually it is, because I'm not expecting this, like, if there's a third guy here, I'm thinking they're probably closer to screen at the moment. They're probably the mid player.
Okay, cool. So we end up swinging out here. We're chasing the ISO. He dropped down. We get this kill. Pretty good movement, all orange bars. And then we get the kill. Looks like we're backing up for this guy here. Okay.
Jetpack Raptor.
Let's see. Right, scaling up. Echo there.
Jet's still on this side.
I like how we're playing this. Very
Scaling
patient.
that guy?
60 on
Nice. Hello, we're looking a little crispy. Fortunately, that Jet got a bit too much value. Which teammate's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Oh, we're dead to the molly. That was a good round though.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah,
round. I really like how we scaled belt there. Like we were taking our fights pretty, I guess, well. Like we're making sure we're not overcommitting into this backside fight. Then we're dropping here and then like playing your life here. I thought that was good. Just a quick question, I guess, is we did buy the double shock. Do you have any typical shocks that you like to throw?
Yeah, on attack, I like to try to bounce them into the, like, where that wall is under rafter backside, since that's a typical position.
Like this spot here?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I also, if tempo kind of allows me to, I'll just huck them like back 410 as well while I'm like running up belt
Yeah.
from like this area. I'll just bounce it back 410, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's valid. Looking back at it, do you think that you had any good opportunities for it in this case?
Yeah, definitely. I could be hitting the jet with some shocks.
Okay, so when would that be?
Jetpack Raptor.
Maybe.
Once I drop jail and the Viper wall's up.
Okay. So not here. So this first fight you would
Jet's
still
on
take
the side.
right around
We scaling that guy?
here.
Viper wall up. I know this guy's on minimap. While I'm running up, I could shock, like towards Jen at least.
Okay. Makes sense to me. I believe everyone kind of dies. Okay, so we
Yeah.
kind of go into the plant here pretty quickly. This is a tendency I have noticed out of the couple VODs we've seen. where when you kind of get onto the bomb site, you're more likely to kind of just go for the plant rather than maybe letting you guys get a bit more secure. So in one of the Haven rounds I saw yesterday, we got Omen blinded and then we still stuck the plant, ended up dying to a raise nade. But in this case here, our dart's coming up in 6. Something that's really important, I think, to know as Sova, not just on this map, but just in any map, instead of rushing the plant, really making sure you're secure. So in this case, your teammate did die to the Viper screens, and your dart's coming up here. This is kind of where we actually want to just buy time and actually feel like the space is secure. So let's just say theoretically, we do get the bomb down and we don't die to the molly. That puts your Jett in a 2v1, which means that you're now relying on your Jett to get a kill and kind of delay. But if you instead maybe even just tap the bomb or wait till your dart is up so you can dart and then tap the bomb, and that might be able to bait a fight. You also might be able to stall a little bit and actually make them respect the potential fights instead of immediately them going for the retake off of the bomb tap.
Yeah, 100%. And this is something that I've noticed recently as well, since you first made me aware of it. And I do this on this map on B a lot more frequently, and I feel like that's probably just because that plant feels so insecure, like 98% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I always I'm almost every time I'm planting there, I'm tapping and then looking for like the guy to fight back site. I tap multiple times usually, and I don't know why I feel so rushed to plant the bomb in most scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense in a way because like you want to beat rotates and stuff like that, so you can actually have the bomb tick. Kind of recalling on your post plants on Haven C, you do tend to fall back to offsite. So getting the bomb down earlier leads to you having higher success rate from playing off of time. So it could just be like a subconscious connection there. One thing I was going to mention is I think you would really benefit from just using the guideline of waiting till your dart is up if it's within a 10-second timer and just actually completely stalling. If you don't have proper smokes, like this situation here is pretty chaotic, and that's going to happen normally on Icebox. Happens semi-frequently on maps like Ascent as well, or even like a Haven, although it's just kind of like flat out on the bomb tap. So if you could really utilize your dart here, I think you have a decent chance to win this 2v2. But flank is open, so it's a little bit scary. But regardless, we played the round well. It's just as soon as it gets down to this 2v2, we somehow have to add some depth into our gameplay there. And it's hard to do because it's not straightforward at all. But using the dart as a timer there can lead you in the potentially correct way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've seen this dart. It seems like a good one.
Nobody top jump.
Let's see here. Just working some fights.
Back rafter probably has Marshall Gecko.
Vibing a little bit. Good. I like that we're not over swinging belt. Waiting until your bottom players scale up. That's good. Wouldn't be ideal if someone else had spike, but it's just fine.
Good.
Oh, they are flooding. Yeah, same scenario here. Maybe you tap and actually just look for a fight first. Yeah, right there. You could tap and trade that guy. Looks like we will still get the trade. So we just have to make that intentional instead of reactive. If you just immediately know they're flooding, right? We heard the ISO shield. Let's go back. Okay, so we know the Cypher is top rafter. Boom, ISO shield. So now there's 2. There's no way they're letting us get this bomb down for free. And you have to always keep that in the back of your head. They are going to flood. They are going to look for fights. You might see some level of discipline in like really, really, really high level lobbies. If, for example, the Viper is flanking, then these guys might just make noise and not actually scale. But that's like probably looking at like high Radiant where the Viper is very vocal on its flank. So otherwise, most of the time they're going to give you this fight. So simply tapping the spike here. Another thing I like to do is maybe less so on this bomb site, but if you can kind of visualize Haven B bomb site, a lot of the times I will shock dart one of the links first as I'm planting. So let me kind of just paint the picture. I like to go into this little corner here on B site. Whoops. I'll just go with the rectangle. I like to go into this corner pretty frequently and then throw a shock dart into B link, or I guess C link, right before I tap. And sometimes I'll tap and then do it because I can kind of bait them to like a max shock. and then they kind of will respect the tap next time. So I'm more likely to be able to get the plant down. So it's a little bit harder to do in this situation, but let's just pretend that we threw a shock dart here before tapping or planting even. You would probably be more likely to be able to actually commit the plant simply because that shock dart just gives you a bit more fear factor and delaying power. And I know it's very subtle, but I do find that subtleness actually works out pretty frequently. So you can even do something similar where you like throw it deep screens or something like that, and you can kind of pull it off. So it's very weird plant hygiene here that we're kind of talking about, but it's already played a part in the 2 rounds here, and on a map like Icebox, it's probably going to keep coming up. So
Right. Hold me.
but yeah, we do get the trade. It's just very
Let me
difficult round
dart
here.
close here.
A little dart close. I do like the start.
I'm here to stay.
There's another one I learned from, I believe, Cavern that lands like back yellow. If you can rush.
Yep, I used that one as well.
That's
Uh,
nice.
Enemy
I
spotted.
didn't get an opportunity in this VOD, but I do use that one frequently as well.
Gotcha. It's more like a disrespect dart if you don't think anyone's close.
Yeah, exactly.
At least 3 here.
Okay, so let's see. A little bit late on the drone. I guess we're just waiting for the orb. Okay, so we drone now. That's quick flank. That sucks.
Flank. Sniper is snow.
Flank.
Tag. Kill.
Nice.
This is a weird round already.
He's stuck left side snow. I totally forgot about that angle.
Me too. Okay, dart in 3. Okay, did we go for the plant here? We do go for the plant. Similar thing, rushing the plant here. So let's kind of gather what we know so far. Cypher's snow, we know that. You could try to just fight that guy before planting. Your dart's coming up in 2. Like I can dart snow soon. The other thing that you might consider here, just because your teammates aren't really playing in B main at this point, like we're still actively taking the bomb site. We don't have the Viper wall. It's pretty high chance that your teammates are going to swing back site. If you're reading body language here, your Jet is going to swing back site. So instead of sticking the plant, I would much rather you just continue to double swing with this guy and actually secure that fight first before falling into that plant, to kind of visualize that. You did have dart, so you could also waste it if you want to, or sorry, use it, not waste it, use it. So you would just swing here with your Jet. Maybe if you making the read that your Jet's wide swinging, you would actually swing for this angle. Dart comes up soon, and then you would just dart this, and then you would stick the plant like this. Or if you want, you can just go into sight if you're scared of flank and the plant's safe. But really keeping up to date and being in sync with your players' intentions here, despite them not calming, will be a huge skill. And like I said, the main thing here is just fighting sight here before you plant. And the main reason for that is just because you kind of see your Jet move forward. We have to go for that. So he wins the fight. That's great. He does win the fight. We would be in a very terrible situation if both your Neon and your Jet lost the fight. So we have to make sure we're on top of that.
Headshot.
Still snow. 100%.
Thankfully, he wins that. Looks like they're also both snow here, so that's good. I just went for the yeet swing. I'm down.
Don't give him once.
Yeah, nice shots. I'm always in favor of taking the fight.
No.
I guess my immediate thought would be we did have dart, so maybe we could dart first before the swing. Or even just calm fighting snow. But regardless, I'm okay even if we did take the no calm and just take the fight. I am always in favor of taking more fights. So nice shots here. It also looks like
Don't give him once.
our ping is a little bit high in the server. Yeah, 40? Yeah, it's noticeable. It's unfortunate.
Still a considerable improvement.
Yeah. Good kills. Nice headshots. Okay, so we have ulti here. Let's see. I would probably try to use it pretty quickly here, but
I always find it very difficult to use on attack.
yeah. My opener that I like to do that I'm stealing from, I want to say Derek actually, but he would select the round when he had civil by just insta droning, and then if
Yeah,
he
you
gets
drone.
yeah instead of the dart, and then you kind of just rip it. I do think the insta drone is really good instead of the dart, just so that you can actually save it for the side hit sometimes.
Yep.
So that could be something to consider. I really do like the early dart too. Oh, there's ISO shield. Okay. Steady peek mid sight.
That's a 410.
Yeet. Okay. Got flick
Maze.
then. That's still here. Nice.
One enemy
Okay.
remaining.
Looks like we just won this. Yeah, nice. Nothing too crazy.
Nice.
Didn't get to use the ultimate,
Pretty gross.
but I mean, it's kind of just ran it down there. I'm assuming we don't get to see the
Difference
early
is,
drone this game.
back gen angle. I find that the dart can get to the gen angle faster, so if I'm really worried that they might op, I tend to prefer this dart. When there's a jet or a chamber.
Mm, I didn't even think about that. This one here.
Yeah. That's the whole point that I throw that dart for, because of this op angle, or just the angle in general doesn't even need to be an op.
I see. So it's less about this actual like push here or like the pipes play or even the belt push. It's more for this guy.
Well, yeah, but that dart will scan all of those things.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Do you ever find yourself doing the dart that's really isolated on the far right, so they have to fully push up to break it?
Yeah, if they do play up frequently and they have a player that breaks that dart, then yeah, I throw it farther to the right, 100%.
Okay, cool. And then another thing that I've seen a lot of servers do, myself included, is just the early dart and then dropping down here and droning.
Yep.
When do you add this to your gameplay? Like what conditions?
It kind of, I guess it really depends on how the enemy has been playing the bomb site. If like they pretty much just give us the front of the site and like they don't really play maze and they just play towards the rafter, they play that gen angle and they just play like back site, I typically don't feel like I need to do the drone. And I just get the info for the front angles, and then if pacing allows me, I like to just get up to the wall belt, like right before you drop by the rope. And I'll drone from there sometimes if I feel like, tempo wise it allows me. But if a lot of the time, like I don't have like the time to get to throw this drone out.
Okay, that's valid. Okay.
Get out of my way.
Okay, so we do the early dart again. That guy is
Spike
he is
down
there.
A.
He is there. I guess that's one downside of this.
Sentry.
I didn't even hear him.
Get out of my way.
Oh no, I did hear him actually right there.
Yeah.
That happens. I will say maybe immediately. I always like to, after I throw my dart, I will actually just steady peek this, and then I don't like fully fight it. I kind of just spot it sometimes, but that is a common thing to watch out for. But we get the trade. Your teammates hopefully win this.
Both.
I'd say that's like a minor thing.
Man,
It's always micro.
Go.
A on repeat. I would have liked to see the ult by now though. I think this is third round, so hopefully we see it this round. He does dash away. That is unfortunate. He scans nobody. He pops ISO shield.
It's you and me.
Got our
grabbed
clove.
our clove.
Placing swarm grenade.
Ooh, a little shot. The one kind of just died.
Reset.
Turret destroyed.
Yeah, this is a typical Icebox experience here. Unfortunately, someone died early. Someone died in the ice ult. The other guy died entering. I don't think that there's much you can do differently. Maybe just trying to get people to follow your drone, but
Backed up.
that is something that will just happen.
Viper tube. Right.
Get this kill, that's good.
Last player standing. Spike down.
Yeah, almost. That's a tough one. I would like to see us call a strat specifically around our ultimate, or just look for a drone tag specifically for that play. But it is pretty hard to kind of coordinate in ranked. But that's really the only thing I can think of so far. Aside from that, it's literally just going to be run it down A every round and just hope for the best.
Yeah, that's kind of how it feels like Icebox needs to be at some degree. I know I do just like rip it towards Gen, but I think I definitely waited too long to do it. I think I would have had another ult by the time I actually do it.
Yeah, maybe we can explore some attack ults that you could do. So I already kind of pointed out the just drone into the ult. Are you familiar with any other ones for T side?
I mean, there's not a lot of opportunities to get the scans, I feel like, on A, unless they are, playing like the pipe stuff, and then that's an easy drone tag. But like, the way the enemy was playing, it felt like they were never peaking unless it was like 410. So I don't know. But typically, yeah, the best thing to do is just try to get that drone tag from belt and then just ult. But what I did, I think I threw my Gen dart and I ulted Gen, and then I ulted like the 2 other common angles that people are on, and the team just scaled with it. I know that one of the attack rounds I tag ISO and then I kill Gecko, I think, with the ult. I think I get 2 ults in the attack half.
Okay.
But pretty much, yeah, I don't really know of a better way to do it other than the drone tag.
Okay. It does seem really reliant on the drone. I wonder if this game in particular, if it would have actually made sense for us to start belt, drop down here, and just drone from here. Because a lot of time that ISO was playing towards that 410 screens rotate and actually being able to path your drone into this site to get the tag and then just ulting from here, I think could have been a little bit different of a starter. And then that will also allow you to get a really good A dart for the exec from here because they're playing that Viper wall. I find that if I'm ever playing against Viper wall on the A exec, I try to greed my dart a little bit more so that I can dart when the wall goes up so we can actually continue tempo. So maybe this is one of those games where you could greed and not use that early dart and kind of just try to clear those early angles with just your drone, or just kind of hope that they aren't opping the gen angle and people die to it or something like that. So I think Pixel just DC'd. We'll wait for him. I think his internet technician is doing stuff. So we'll wait back for him. In the meantime, how are we doing, chat? He did notify me there was a non-0% chance that his internet might trip out. So high graphic settings without consistent 200 FPS looks so whack. The recording's not in 60 FPS, so I think that's part of it. You might be seeing that as well. Non-60 FPS recording is sometimes noticeable. You've been well? I've been good. I've been good. How you doing, Jeff? Is the name a reference to Rivals? Or is it a reference to your name? I just know Rivals is popular. Okay, it's just your name. Gotcha. Felt like I had to ask. Maybe you were a Jeff main or something. Yeah, have you guys seen this dart? Let me see if I still remember it. Yeah, right here. Look at that. Go to dart. Go to dart. I'll teach you guys it. You go in this corner. And you see your 2 diamonds here. You're going to aim your diamond edge on this line. And then you'll just aim at the top of this line here. That. Then full charge. 1 bounce. A different way to scan close. You can do that dart. To switch it up with this dart so it gets broken a little bit less. Rivals has just been another torturous joke. I finally get out of the "my name is Jeff" only to be plagued by "you are Jeff main in Rivals." You're saying you don't like your name? Like Jeff is like a nice, like, sturdy name, you know? It's like, I don't know. It's like a good vibe name. Gotta be careful with that. Jumping out like that. And all close, clear. Tagged. I'm darting. Go. Talking back sight. Gen clear. I'm planning. How all my rounds go when I play Sova. Bum. I'll show you guys some B darts while we're waiting. You see like this little yellow thing here, this yellow tape or whatever. You full charge 1 bounce at the edge of them. Is it full charge? Yeah. You can scan close. Boom. And what's the I think if you do the same dart, full charge double bounce. Boop. Yes, it lands yellow. You see that? This dart is really good because it actually scans this back line of yellow instead of just this angle. So you can rush B pretty quickly. You do need to rush, otherwise it'll just cross back to yellow. But this dart is great. And it doesn't really even matter where you're standing. As long as you're not too far to the left, you just double charge full bounce. And it's just the perfect dart for a rush. That's really nice. Really, really nice. I'm trying to remember any mid darts. I think when I take mid, I normally would dart up here. Oh, did that not work? There we go. It's like a high dart here to scan for the boiler guy. And if you're doing mid to Bs, you can dart one of the sides of the corners. So if you want to dart left side, you can scan this lane. If you think there's a guy playing on the other lane, you can dart that as well. This one's less popular now. This left one's pretty good. Wanted to play Sova when I first started Valve. I was so bad with the util. Yeah, I mean, Sova and Icebox in particular, I feel like there's a lot of lineups, but I don't actually remember a lot of them. Like there used to be like a lineup. I don't know how to throw it anymore, but it would like bounce off of this corner here, and then it would land on top of this thing, I think, to scan B main. I don't know that one anymore. So a lot of my Sova when I play Icebox now is just no lineups aside from like the early A dart and the early B dart on attack. I don't really actually know any lineups on defense. So yeah, there is like a shock dart here. I forget. Let's see if this works. This does not seem like it would work. Is it full charge? Oh yeah, that might be it. Full charge, double bounce, and then by the time they swing belt, it explodes, and then you can marshal them. I think I saw Cavern do this before, like on some nerd shit. And then they swing into the shock, and then you marshal and get a free kill on your eco. Isn't that so cringe? There's another one too, from here or something. I think BCJ used to do that one. Yeah, you start top screens, and you full charge it, it looks like, on this right side. And you just insta-shock dart the people going belt. Like some nerd stuff. The way I used to do it, I was just start the round here and half charge on bounce to try to get the Sova off the drone. That was my go-to, because I didn't know any lineups. I was like, yeah, that looks good. And then I would just stick the A orb. Kind of just rotate off. Monitor. I have the Acer 240 hertz, like a XF250Q, I think. It's a bit older. A little bit older. You guys liking the new map pool, by the way? Icebox. What is it? Icebox and what's the other map? Icebox Ascent. Right, you guys like an Icebox Ascent? Your opinion on OLED 480? I have no idea. I have not tried either. Welcome back, welcome back.
Hey, sorry about that.
All good. Non-zero happened to be 100. Yeah, just let me know when you're back in.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be closer.
Yeah.
I'm getting the right now.
Sorry, you're cutting out a little bit. I could lower my stream quality maybe. Let's see here.
I'm on a hotspot, so it's gonna be a little.
Yeah, a little scuffed. Okay. I'm gonna lower my stream quality on Discord to try to help out with that. And change it to like 720, 30. How's that? Any better? Oh, it's still a little bit
Hear
laggy.
you.
Yeah, still a little bit laggy. I'm just hearing you cut out a little bit. The day of tech issues.
I might just need to just join on my phone.
Sounds better.
And like, yeah, actually,
It sounds good
what's
right
the best
now.
way to do this? Are we good?
I think so. We'll see if it continues cutting out, but you sound good for now.
All right. Well. All right.
Just roll with it, I guess.
Let me get my. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, we can just roll with this, I guess. See the cam.
All right.
Alrighty. Trying to remember where we left off. Let's see. Oh, just talking about the ultis, right? Oh, did we DC again?
Yeah. That's what we were talking.
Gotcha. Maybe it'll be better to not do the webcam, actually. Just to save on some bandwidth. And I can...
Yeah. Let me get that. Are we alive?
I hear ya.
Maybe not.
Mm.
Well, you hear me, okay? Then
Yeah, it seems to be a little delayed because I said that a couple seconds ago. We good? I hear doggo.
you know what? One moment. I'm just gonna join on my phone, and the audio quality of my mic's gonna get shot, but like I'll have a stable connection.
Okay. Bum. Yeah, I don't have any experience on the OLED. I can't really comment.
Okay, this will be stable at least.
Welcome. Will you be able to see the screen share at least?
Yeah. Got it.
It was still lagging a little bit. Coming off as robot. Robot.
This is very well timed by
Yeah.
the people.
Yeah, I mean, I started with tech issues today too. It might just have to be one of those things. Let's see. What can we do? What's my calendar looking like? We try to reconvene at a later date. I am free today around 5 p.m. Eastern.
It'll definitely be done. Maintenance will definitely be done by 5 p.m. So that might be. It'd be a lot better than this right now, at least.
Yeah, we can reconvene at 5 if that works. I mean, we're not that far into the VOD, so we can just kind of.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. It'll be a much higher quality event if we just do it a little bit later.
Yeah, no worries. All good, man. All good. Let me add.
Sorry to throw a wrench in your schedule like that.
No, it happens. It happens. Tech issues, you know. I mean, I wasn't having the greatest earlier anyway, so let me add it to my calendar so don't forget. And yeah, we'll just reconvene at 5. No big deal.
Alrighty, works for me.
All right, man. You take care, and we'll talk in about 5 hours or so.
All right. Yep. Thanks.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right, chat. That happened. RRP, our hero Pixel. We did get through six rounds here. I just need to remember that timestamp. Let me put some icebox here. So we will reconvene at 5. I don't really have anything in my schedule now while we're waiting. So I don't know. Should I end the stream? You guys want to chill? We don't really have much going on in the way of anything, so I could just end the stream and do my own thing. Play some deathmatch. I could answer viewer questions. Or yeah. I mean, we don't have to force it if there's no reason, you know. Play some Valve for us. Play some ranked. I have time for a ranked game, but I haven't played ranked since I hit Radiant. How you feeling? I'm feeling good. in terms of just my day to day. Should we throw in a rank stream really quick? We have time maybe for a ranked or two. I could restart the stream and then go again. Let's see, I'll update the title. Give me 2 seconds.